After months of awaiting and speculating, the Kombat Pack 2 trailer has come and gone, leaving many fans hyped and excited about the release of the new characters, while other fans are very displeased and disappointed about the choices NetherRealm has made. What's going on, guys? Love Smash, back with an all new video for you guys today, and in today's video, I'm counting down my picks for the top 5 snubbed characters from the Kombat Pack 2. Now, after months of fans arguing back and forth, trying to decipher the silhouettes, trying to figure out which characters were going to be added as DLC coming in 2016, we finally got the release of the trailer, where Baritro, Tri-borg, Alien, and Leatherface will be joining the roster at some point. Now, while many fans are hyped about the inclusion of these characters, thinking they're awesome and love seeing them, a lot of fans out there are very displeased and disappointed by stating NetherRealm is only trying to profit by adding more guest characters, and really overlooked the MK veterans and forgotten characters that should have had their time to shine. So whether you love the Kombat Pack 2 or hate it, in today's video, I wanted to do a ranking and discuss the characters that the fans really wanted to see in the Kombat Pack 2, but unfortunately, the characters missed the mark. So without further ado, let's dive in and discuss them. Now, coming in at number 5 is Rain. Now, Rain's a character who's got a very dedicated fan base out there, to the point where people are actually making petitions on change.com, tweeting at Ed Boon on a regular basis, trying to get him to change his mind about including him. And speaking of that, Ed Boon did tweet and hint at Rain an awful lot with his Prince tweets, but unfortunately did not deliver on the promise. Now, he did state very early on, though, that any character who appeared as a DLC character in MK9, their chances were very slim to be a DLC character in MKX. But many fans were holding out hope that Rain would be included as free DLC. Now, whether that was just a pipe dream, or it's something that will change in the future, that fails to be seen. But for the time being, in the Kombat Pack 2, the Half-God and the Edeni Prince will have to sit this one out and hopefully get his time to shine in MK11. Moving on to number 4, we have a tie with both Noob and Smoke. Now, when it came to Smoke, many fans came up with theories of why he could be included as DLC. Some ranging from he had a new redesign in the story helped to strengthen this, others by saying his new persona known as a Nenra could be joining the roster, and others claiming that one of the silhouettes from the Kombat Pack 2 seemed to resemble him perfectly. However, that was not the case. Many fans even saying early on that Smoke appearing as a faction kill kinda deconfirmed him on the spot, and Ed Boon also tweeting about it from a certain event. Then that brings us to Noob, a character whose fate is still pretty much up in the air and has never been officially confirmed. Now, there was an interaction in MKX where Kung Lao talked to Sub-Zero, claiming that Noob could very well still be alive, but it's never been officially confirmed by the NetherRealm team, or in the game's story. So we might have to wait a little longer to find out the fate of Noob and to see Smoke again, but by far 2 of the most popular ninjas in the entire series missed the mark when it came to the KP2. Now moving on to number 3, a female character. Now, while Tanya was the lone female in the Kombat Pack 1, this time around there are no females present. And Alien is classified to be asexual, even though it has been a long-running debate, so because of this, the Kombat Pack 2 does not feature a full female character. And with all the ladies in the MK universe, like Sindel, Serena, Frost, just to name a few, it makes you wonder why NetherRealm opted not to pick one. This did not sit well with a few fans. A lot of fans may be thinking maybe MKX was lacking female representation or could have used more of it. Maybe they felt some of these characters were really been cool in the game and they could have came up with 3 really unique variations for them. Or maybe it's because some of these characters didn't appear in a lot of MK games and including them would have boosted their popularity or made them more well-loved. Who knows what the reasoning is, but it's definitely noticeable the lack of female representation in the KP2. Now moving on to pick number 2 with Baraka. Now, Baraka is probably the most screwed over character in MKX, for a number of reasons. Let's begin. First up, he was killed off in the game's story. Number 2, he wasn't featured in the launch roster or the Kombat Pack 1. And last but not least, he was trolled heavily in the Kombat Pack 2, whether it was because the silhouette that Ed Boon released early on resembled him greatly, or in the actual trailer more likely, when we saw him throughout it, and then it was just all an elaborate troll to hide Alien that he was going to be in the game and be using Baraka's iconic blades. So Baraka and his fans kinda did get screwed over and the short end of the stick on this one. And many fans believe this could have been Baraka's last chance to ever be playable because he did die in the game's story. But of course this is MK and characters don't stay dead, but many fans did vocalize their complaints by saying why not just add a classic and very well-known popular MK character instead of opting to add a guest character with his moves. Now moving on to pick number 1 with Fujin. Now, I can't count how many times I've seen someone go on Twitter or go on YouTube and comment and say how much they want Fujin in the game. Whether it was how his moveset potential is amazing and limitless, and they can do all these different things with his variation, revolving around wind attacks and his staff weapon, or how he's the highest requested 3D era character in MKX, and he deserves a comeback, it's his time to return again and get his chance to be playable, and just all these comments of people loving him. Now, of course, there are people out there that I know aren't fans of him, but for the most part, I've seen people just praise him and demand him so much, it's shocking that he didn't make the Kombat Pack 2. Especially after Ed Boon did that whole troll and Cassie's fatality where he wrote, "Has anyone unlocked Fujin yet?" He knows, and so does NetherRealm. They knew the demand for Fujin was high, so it was very shocking to see him not make it in. And I think so for all those reasons and more, I had no choice but to give the top spot of the #1 snubbed character in the Kombat Pack 2 to the God of Wind himself, Fujin. So there you have it, guys. Those are my picks for the top 5 snubbed characters in the Kombat Pack 2. But is there a character I missed? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this list or you disagree? Be sure to tell me. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, for all the latest fighting game news and speculation, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon with a brand new video.